Dr. Cam Calder was speaking, and he has 9.5 minutes remaining.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, John Key's national-led government is principled, pragmatic and inclusive. During the last year's election and campaign, we made promises of what we should do should we be privileged to form the government. Mr. Speaker, we made them in our own name, a very good point. We have that privilege. We are keeping our promises. We are working, Mr. Speaker, a concept alien to others in the House. We are working to find a solution to multiple challenges. Challenges that have accumulated after years and years of ineptitude, Mr. Speaker, from an administration bereft of ideas, where creativity was a distant dream and the concept of action a barely recoverable memory from a cobwebbed cerebral closet, where the default position, Mr. Speaker, was inaction, apart from the occasional languid wave from a legislative limp wrist. A limp wrist, Mr. Speaker, for a leaden hand that stifled innovation and fresh thinking and formed a clawing embrace from a nanny seduced by the conviction that consideration of process equated with action. Not surprisingly, Mr. Speaker, after year after year after year of this muddled mugwumpery, when we formed the government, we found there was much to do. Much to do, Mr. Speaker, in all portfolios, much to do in law and order. Mr. Speaker, National's principled, pragmatic approach focused on finding solutions led to a comprehensive quiver of measures to fight the scourge of crime, gangs and drugs. Measures to date include the Criminal Proceeds Recovery Act, the Sentencing Amendment Act, and these are supported by search and surveillance and anti-money laundering bills. A significant weapon in the quiver, of course, is the Gangs and Organised Crime Bill, a thoughtful, omnibus bill. We do not have a magic wand. We cannot change things overnight, but we are committed to making a difference. Gangs are a complex problem which requires reshaping of the mesh in a number of areas at different levels. This bill will hit participation in gangs, allow police to gain intelligence on gang activities by increased surveillance, and remove the ability of gangs to cower and hide behind high walls and fortifications. Mr. Speaker, I commend this bill to the House.
Order.